What time do you stay up till?
I stay up till like maybe 6 in the morning. I'm back up at like 10:30, 11.
6 in the morning? What do you do every night till 6 in the morning? You don't go to clubs every night.
No, I mean, I make love a lot. I told you when I came on the show I was going to be completely honest and expose myself to the world.
Some of us are against the Illuminati, and we are against the Illuminati at our own detriment. When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them, and nobody likes them.
Out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize.
Check this out, y'all.
All right.
We go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right. Let's.
I mean,
You hold that.
Okay,
All right.
I got this to the joke didn't work.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problem.
The truth behind DJ Twitch's death is finally out, after years of the police allegedly being paid to cover it up. And it turns out there are way more people involved than we thought, all the way from his wife, to DeGeneres, to Diddy, and some rich, older, powerful men. Oh, and remember that stuff the police said about him leaving a note? Well, new evidence has allegedly proven he never actually wrote that letter. The handwriting reportedly doesn't match any of his other documents. Someone planted it at the crime scene to cover up the incident. In fact, an episode of Ellen's show has resurfaced recently, where Diddy allegedly threatened her with tapes from his parties right in front of Twitch. And you could see the shock on his face. Mind you, this all happened on national television.
Check this out, y'all.
All right.
We go so far back. You don't tell these people how far back we go.
I know, but I wear T-shirts. I don't know what that means. Anyway, all right. Let's.
I mean,
You hold that.
Okay,
All right.
I got this to the joke didn't work.
No, it's okay.
I don't want no problem.
Okay, so all this goes back to the morning of December 12th, a full day before he died, when he checked into the Oak Tree Inn in Enino, California. The motel was less than a mile from his own home. According to reports, instead of driving there as he usually did, he ordered an Uber. When he arrived, he switched his phone to airplane mode, so nobody could call, track, or reach him in any way. The hotel staff said he didn't seem distressed or visibly upset when he checked in. He came with a small bag and booked the room for just one night. Now, I don't know where Allison was for the entirety of December 12th, but she didn't go to the police until the morning of December 13th, when she frantically visited an LAPD station to report that Twitch had left home without his car the day before and still hadn't returned. Now, back at the hotel Twitch was at, he missed his checkout time, which was 11 a.m., and also missed multiple phone calls from the staff. So they decided to forcefully open the room, and that's when they found his lifeless body. They called the police, who later confirmed the body to be that of Twitch. According to reports, he died by suicide with a single shot to the head. And as you can already guess, people immediately had their suspicions, for several reasons. First, why did Allison wait a whole 24 hours to report him missing when she noticed he wasn't home for that long? And second, Twitch showed absolutely no signs of being unhappy with his life, so why would he randomly wake up and go off by himself to a hotel? Granted, you can't always tell what people are going through, even if they visibly look okay. But people were still not buying it. Some even began looking into Twitch's boss, Ellen DeGeneres, as a suspect. And it didn't help that around the time Twitch died, Ellen's alleged connections to Diddy, and her being exposed by former employees, were at an all-time high. People even speculated that she allegedly tried to service Twitch to Diddy, but Twitch wasn't having it. You see, a lot of folks don't know this, but Twitch was actually a very troubled person, making him the perfect victim for these industry rumors. These people love preying on vulnerable men whom they feel they can easily break. And guess what? Twitch was exactly that. After Twitch's death, his wife Allison actually exploited his childhood trauma by revealing intimate information about his substance addiction struggles and the assault he endured at the hands of another man when he was a teenager. Mind you, Twitch never wanted the world to know this, which is exactly why he never made it public. But Allison chose to expose it in her book as the main selling point for a quick buck. She also said she found mushrooms, pills, and other substances hidden inside his shoe boxes after he died.
I was with one of my really dear friends, and we were cleaning out the closet and picking out an outfit for him for the funeral. And it was a really triggering moment for me because there was a lot of things I discovered in our closet that I did not know existed, with a lot inside himself. And he was trying to self-medicate and cope with all those feelings because he didn't want to put it on anyone. Because he loved everyone so much. He didn't want other people to take on his pain. But it was very alarming and scary to find those things and have never known.
Now, even aside from Ellen, people also noticed that Allison was making some weird moves, which they claim are signs that she may have had a role to play in Twitch's death. Apparently, she was actively trying to clear Twitch's bank account and move into a whole other city as soon as he died. According to Radar Online, she filed a petition asking the court to award her half of his estate. She was basically saying that he didn't have much before they got together, and that she helped him build everything he had. The petition read, Twitch owned only personal effects of little value. His net worth on the date of marriage was nil. There are no written agreements between Twitch and Allison providing for a non-pro division of the aggregate value of the community property. Now, circling back to Ellen, before everything came out, she and Diddy actually had a pretty tight relationship. She was on the guest list for his parties regularly, and Diddy became one of the most frequent guests on her show, racking up over 17 appearances. That's not something that happens unless there's a genuine connection there. And do y'all remember that moment on her show where Ellen told Diddy she hadn't been making it to his parties because they were always being held on the East Coast? As the conversation kept going, Diddy casually brought up his after-parties, the ones held on the second and third floors of certain hotels. And Ellen responded like she already knew exactly what he was talking about. But then she seemed to catch herself and quickly cleaned it up, saying she only knew about them because he raps about them in his music. Girl, please.
Your birthday party, am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then no, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music. I've heard that song after.
You genuinely cannot make this up. They sat there and played in everybody's faces with a straight smile. And at the time, people just let it slide because nobody had the full picture on Diddy yet. But people started going back and revisiting all of these old clips after a video went viral of Ellen visibly panicking when someone outside asked her to comment on the assault allegations against Diddy. Given how close the two of them were, it was a completely fair question to ask. But instead of saying anything, Ellen went into full flight mode and rushed into her car before another word could get out. For someone who built a whole career on being warm and approachable, that reaction was very telling.
Ellen, were you surprised by the allegations about P. Diddy? Did that surprise you about P. Diddy? He's been on your show many times.
Now, as I said, people are now claiming that Twitch was allegedly Boona-lived because he refused to attend these Diddy and Epstein parties that Ellen supposedly wanted him to attend. To make matters even worse, it's also being alleged that the note the police said he left was fake. The handwriting didn't match any of his known documents, meaning it likely wasn't written by him. Whoever took his life allegedly planted it there to mislead the police. Girl. I don't know just how far Twitch was planning to go with the information he had, but if these rumors are true, then it was probably going to be as big as Cassie's case. But unfortunately, he was gone a year before that. These rumors were further fueled when an industry whistleblower going by the name Ed Doe posted an article claiming the following, and I quote, DeGeneres organized the infamous freak-offs at her properties, private events where celebrities, politicians, and athletes were forced to participate in illegal and degrading acts. Twitch, DeGeneres' longtime DJ, was Boona-lived after he refused to comply with the network's demands. DeGeneres orchestrated the incident and staged a cover-up, deflecting blame onto others. And guess what? Instead of Ellen defending herself, as any innocent person would, she and her wife allegedly bought a property in a rural part of the UK and went there to stay low-key until everything settled down. Let that sink in for a second. Now here's the thing, even before tWitch's death, there were already several black celebrities warning people about what allegedly goes on in Hollywood with young men who refuse to comply. But most people dismissed it as conspiracy theories. However, some believe those warnings are starting to look more believable in hindsight. Starting with Cat Williams, he is probably one of the most vocal mainstream comedians on this topic. In his viral January 2024 Club Shay Shay interview with Shannon Sharpe, he described Hollywood as Satan's playground, and spoke about ritual sacrifices and the Illuminati. He also explained that getting major funding in the industry requires a sacrifice, and in his own words, said he never received major backing because he refused to give in. He even claimed he turned down $50 million 4 different times to protect his integrity.
That's why I can speak with impunity about the Illuminati, because I know who you would have to be in order for what I'm saying to bother you, number one.
Right.
Number two, I know your big secret. I know that you're not the Illuminati, I am. So, you can't be illuminated, you're too dark. I came in this business saying I was gonna expose. Big Dick Deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. Cause P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say I'm so free.
Then there's Kanye. He has been a bit more inconsistent compared to Cat Williams, sometimes joking about it, sometimes appearing to speak very seriously. However, his message still stays the same throughout. The Illuminati is real, and black men like tWitch, who don't bend to its will, pay the price. He's gone on stage mid-concert and warned fans about media control, and about what the industry does to those who step out of line. He's also spoken about Jay-Z and Beyoncé allegedly having connections to powerful cabals. In interviews, he's made references to being controlled, to his medication being used to suppress him, and to powerful forces trying to silence him. Kanye has even tweeted mockingly about the Illuminati at one point, saying, "Is Illuminati and devil worshipping like the same thing? Do they have a social network where people can sign up for?"
When I asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Now in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize.
Dave Chappelle is credited by many conspiracy communities as one of the first major celebrities to speak out. He walked away from a $50 million deal on Chappelle's show in 2005, and later left for South Africa, a decision he discussed years later on Oprah. He described how uncomfortable a specific sketch made him feel, not because of its content, but because of how a crew member laughed at it in a way that felt different. He said it felt like the industry was trying to use comedy to degrade black people. He also spoke about the pressure placed on black male comedians to cross-dress as part of their passage into A-list status, a claim that Cat Williams has also made.
What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy, they're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick. Newsweek, it's a very credible magazine. And they're saying maybe I smoke crack, and it was all innuendo. And the magazine as credible as Newsweek, I was very surprised that this was happening. And the higher up I go, for some reason, the less happy I am. I know the difference of people laughing with me and people laughing at me.
Why'd you walk away from $50 million? Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
I get a call on my cell phone from Hollywood. They're like, that pilot you did for Fox, looks like they want to pick it up. And I went out and I sat with these people in this room. Yeah, Dave, we really like the show, but we're thinking about the girl on the show. I think we should recast her, maybe. And they start using terms like universal appeal. Basically saying they want me to recast the girl with a white woman. I was doing sketches that were funny, but socially irresponsible. I said, yeah, I don't think I can do this, and so I bounced, man.
Twitch's death clearly goes way deeper than what the police said. From the looks of it, he was a victim of a much larger, allegedly corrupt system in Hollywood that preys on black men. And once he made it clear he wasn't going to be another statistic, he became a liability to them. One person said, "I never believed Twitch did that to himself for no reason. I've always said it had something to do with Ellen. He was on Instagram dancing the day before. I loved watching him dance with his family." Another person said, "Justice for Twitch and all of the victims they have taken out. But I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of the allegations that Twitch was taken out? And do you really think he died for refusing to conform to Hollywood? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe."